Hi friends, we learned many stories about stepmothers and their stepchildren. These stepchildren, whether they are daughters or sons, are being harassed by their stepmothers. Sometimes even stepchildren also hate their stepmother.
Once lived a man as king's representative. He acquired a lot of properties besides acres of lands. His wife died after giving birth to a son. He decided to be relieved from his job and thought of taking care of his property. His son also reached the age of 18. He told his father that he would take care of their property and his father could take rest, but he already made up his mind to manage himself. One day, he was walking on the banks of a river. He saw an old woman and a girl of 18 washing clothes on the banks of the river. He observed the girl. She was very beautiful and seemed to be obedient too. He approached them, asked their details.
Normally, a widower doesn't want to get married because of the fear stepmother doesn't take good care of his children. But sometimes, in unavoidable situations, he has to get married. The result will be known to us. We have watched many movies and we have read many stories. In the stories, we learned many things how the stepchildren are being harassed by their step-parents. This here, in this story, it's the vice versa. Stepson hates stepmother. What's the result of it? How did she overcome this situation? Let's know.
The old lady said, "She is my granddaughter. She lost her parents. I have been taking care of her since she was a small kid. I am too poor to bring a husband to her," said the lady in tears. "If you don't mind, I will marry her. I have properties too. I have only one son. I can take good care of her," he said. The old lady asked her granddaughter. She too agreed to marry him. But his son could not tolerate his father marrying that girl. He insulted her many ways. "You are a poor lady. You married my father only for our property." She couldn't say anything except weeping. Days were going on. He married a girl and had a son too. At the same time, his stepmother also delivered a son. Both of them were growing up. His stepbrother was of his son's age. He didn't want his son to study in the same school where his brother was studying. After a few days, his father had fallen ill. He knew he was going to die. He called his son and said, "I am going to die. I noted down all our property matters in this notebook. Hold it under your control and take care of your stepmother and brother. When he reaches the age of 18, give them 10 acres of our land and our outhouse." His son told him, "Don't worry, Dad. I will take care of them. I will give my brother his share as per your wish." His second wife approached him and said, "I didn't think that you would do injustice to your second son." When his elder son went out, he called her and said, "You know how much he hates you both. If I share half of my property to my younger son, he will surely kill him for that property. I will give this painting or photograph to you. Keep it very carefully. When your son reaches age 18, appoint a good lawyer and hand it over to him." Thus, he gave his painting, rolling it. He took his last breath. His elder son put them in the outhouse and was just sending them only some rice, nothing else. With great difficulty, his stepmother took all the pain to bring her son up. He reached the age of 14. She asked his mother, "Why am I not wearing proper clothes? Everyone is laughing at me." I too want to wear silk clothes like my brother's son. I will go and ask my brother to give some money for my dress. He approached his brother. Brother, please give some money. I want to purchase a dress. How dare you to call me brother? Get out of my sight, said his elder brother. Okay, I will go. I have right on our father's property, which you are enjoying now. Give my share of property, he asked very boldly. All right, I will settle this matter among elders. As it was written, he gave 10 acres of wasteland to his stepbrother along with the outhouse. Then the boy reached 18. His mother appointed a lawyer and told how they were treated by her stepson. She said, my husband told me to give this painting to you and you can do us justice. She handed over that roll of painting. He saw carefully the painting of her husband. He felt there was something hidden. Yes, there was a paper in which written the following. Under the wall of my outhouse, there are 8 pots consisting of gold coins, diamonds, and other precious stones belong to my second son. Don't worry, I will do justice to you both, said the lawyer. The next day, the lawyer called the old man's elder son to discuss on father's will. He, with that notebook which his father gave, and with all elderly people, he reached that outhouse. A chair was placed for the lawyer to sit. The lawyer asked to get one more chair. It was brought. He turned to the elder one and said, what did you give your brother as his share of property? Then he said, as my father said, this outhouse and 10 acres of land. You can see it in the notebook. Actually, he gave his brother 10 acres of wasteland where nothing grows. The lawyer turned to the empty chair and said, sir, as you said, your elder son gave this outhouse to your younger son. So, whatever is there in it belongs to your second wife and your second son. With whom are you talking, sir? He asked the lawyer. Who else? Your father, said the lawyer. What? My father died long back, he said. No, he is sitting on this chair. He got down his black horse and sat here in this chair. What? Are you not able to see him? He is very tall, with pointed nose and with big moustache and long beard. I am talking to him now. Your father says what you said is true. Everyone was awestruck. No one was able to see him, but the description which he was giving about the gentleman was exactly the same. Again, he turned to the empty chair and was asking, anything you want to say, sir? What? Under the wall of outhouse, there are 8 pots consisting of some gold coins and precious stones to be given to your second wife and second son. Okay, sir. In the presence of everyone, the wall of the outhouse was dug, and there were 8 pots containing treasure should be given to his second wife and her son. The elder one just stood like a statue. He didn't expect this to happen. His father very cleverly gave bigger share of his property to his second one. If the elder one hadn't been so cruel to his stepmother and brother, things would have been in different way. He tried to cheat them, and it was the result of it. The painting which the old man gave was his own. In that painting, he was sitting on a black horse. Observing the photograph, the painting, he was able to describe him, how he was looking. Thus, he pretended that he was sitting there in the empty chair. Thus, With his presence of mind, he could give good justice to the innocent lady and her son.